Hi, Neptune. Good morning. I think I'm finding out that whenever this happens, I have to log off and then log back on. It's YouTube is very unstable. They do not make things easy. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. It's funny. There are so many little icons on the screen that I don't know what they're about. This is my second day live streaming, so I'm almost afraid of clicking on something just for fear of like disappearing again. These live streams here, doing it here at Starbucks, they're probably going to get dinged because of the ambient music in the background. Like the video that I did when I disappeared and I went to Las Vegas for 24 hours. And for any of you that have ever been in Vegas, you know that all the casinos pump out music, whatever. So I got a notice that said, first of all, it said like video not monetized. Well, my account's not monetized yet because I'm not up there at that level with subscribers. And it said it wasn't going to be worldwide or something because of the copyright infringement. It's like, and I lobbied for that. Not that it really mattered, but I don't like to have a black mark or anything on my account. It's pretty important. So it's like it's Las Vegas, so two creators out there that vlog from Las Vegas and their accounts are not um, checked off. You know, they don't have any discrepancy. But the little man on YouTube, the smaller you are, the more they want to. I don't know. It's just from my perspective, they just mess with you, you know. And it's not like it's a person that's watching them all. It's their system is automated, so it's designed so when it hears something or it sees something that's a possible copyright infringement, uh, it's an automation and they do that. So you have to lobby for to take off that black mark on your account. I don't want that. So ask away. It's going to be a warm day today in Pasadena. It's actually beautiful. Yesterday was a spectacular day. It was a perfect day, perfect introduction into summer. It's going to be 89 degrees. I know it's backwards. 89 degrees. It's beautiful. It's blue outside. So yeah, I did a vlog yesterday. It wasn't. I guess I got my wires crossed. The Jackalope Festival is not until next month, August 3rd. So I walked all the. I didn't upload a video yesterday because I was kind of doing a vlog at the best yesterday. Hoping to upload it um, today. I did one anyway yesterday, and I'll upload it right after I'm done with this because I can't get access into the library until 1 p.m. It doesn't open up until 1 p.m. on Sundays. That's only for 4 hours. It's like 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So. North Summit. Where is everybody? I know the connection went and everybody disappeared. Um, Monday I have thank you, always smile. Monday I have an appointment with one of the people that was working on my kids Monday at 11 a.m. And there's a lack of communication between two people. One started me with the housing, Holly Street housing, and I went to Union Station and registered. Then I went to Holly Street and met up with my caseworker, and that wasn't getting anywhere. So the social worker at the library, because last year Pasadena implemented having a social worker like 5 days a week, 5, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, to help with the homeless situation. Because, everybody always, homeless people always find solace and sanctuary in all libraries across the country. So anyway, so she saw that nothing was happening, so she started me. So I'm signed up 2 weeks ago. In LA County, there were 700 vouchers that were open. She told me that, so she signed me up. Housing situation, there's really nothing available. My smile. You know what? It's one of the things that Mark likes. Always have a smile. I've been told about that so many times. Let me try. Wi-Fi is lagging. I'm like the signal. It just when people come into the store, it keeps getting pulled. I'll tell you what, it's better than the city Wi-Fi right there by the library. Maybe next time I'll try the other Starbucks on North Lake Avenue. The only thing with McDonald's is it doesn't have electrical plugins. A lot of convenience have they're taking electrical outlets away, and that's due in part greatly someplace to plug in. As a no-go, I appreciate the suggestion. This laptop is already little over 2 years old. No, 2 years old now. I bought this HP notebook 2 years ago. So if I just use a battery, I'll probably get maybe a half hour of battery life. So was it the most expensive? Wasn't I got what I could get, and I could afford. So those Wi-Fi. So people are good. Yeah, I've been to here. It's worse than everybody else, but the kind of thing just to keep you interest and in the store, in the restaurant long enough to maybe hopefully but just keep your interest just there, just to know. Right here. I just don't wear them when I'm on the laptop because I'm nearsighted. So yeah, everything's blurry. You could even make money if you had housing as um ooh, I've been a homeowner. Homeowner again in my life. That was bought cars from the showroom. Being a homeowner, especially here in California, that was the most hardest thing in my life when I was younger. All that paperwork and then what's worse about being a homeowner out here is the HOA, the homeowners association, all the fees that you have to pay every month, how they regulate you. I remember once a week there was this lady that would come around the neighborhood, and it was like a big stick with an orange mark. And if your grass was taller than the mark, you got a notice the next day or a phone call, and they would say, you need to mow your lawn because it's getting too big for the regulations. I'm like, oh, I'd have to maybe move out to Lancaster or somewhere out in the desert community where there's no homeowner association, so not to pay the fees and not to get hassled. But yeah, being a homeowner and paying for the attorney, and oh my God, that was, oh, I could almost see all the yellow and pink and white papers, and here's your copy, and here's that. And you would think buying property would be so easy. I don't envy young people nowadays, especially out here in California. It's so costly. And with us being in a drought situation out here in California, water is so expensive. And here in Pasadena, electricity and water is most expensive. I think my ex-wife and I, we had a studio, and my daughter and I, it was the three of us, tiny little studio. When I say tiny, I mean maybe less than 200 square feet. So it was tiny. It was so small we couldn't use the gas heater because my daughter's bed was right next to it. So we had to use an electric heater. And it wasn't central heating, so we had to have an in-window air conditioner. And so year-round, you get billed here in Pasadena bi-monthly. So every 2 months, I think our bill, winter, summer, was an average of $350 to almost $400 every 2 months. So it's very expensive out here in Pasadena. I'd rather go to Duarte or El Monte or whatever if I get housing for me. Not looking forward to go to LA, but you know, depending on the situation, I'll go where I go. And being a homeowner, I could win the Powerball today, and I'd have reservations about being a homeowner again. It's not a unless you own like maybe in Montana or something, Big Sky. I wouldn't mind owning property out there with some acreage. That would be good. I love Montana. Yeah, I think the stigma of being homeless is that, oh, you became homeless because you're an alcoholic, you're a drug addict. For the most part, that doesn't come into play until after you're out of here. It's a hard life. Like I've said in the past, I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy, but people end up doing things they never thought they would ever do in their lives, turning to drugs, turning to alcohol, prostitution, stealing. it messes with you. And then the depression kicks in right off the bat. So it's even more. So you're drinking more, you're doing drugs, you're literally killing yourself. But you're trying to find some sort of solace, trying to cope with the situation. It's very scary, very stressful, and it seems like a hopeless situation. And in many cases it can be. So what you're trying to do and use to cope with is only inhibiting your lifestyles. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I've been there, you know, with the drinking. It's just that's my demon is drinking. I try to do my best to stay away from that because I mean I was drinking a lot when I first came out here. Angry that my wife and I came to the situation that we were. So, and even more so after she, I don't even to this day I don't even know where she is. I have. I tried to. Someone told me to go to a Social Security website and you can find people or loved ones via Social Security number, and I have her Social Security number. But and I never had her Social Security number up until a friend of mine gave me her Social Security number, and I mean that by I became the most unlikely of friends with her ex-husband. Funny. I mean, that's a rarity. That's kind of like a comedy movie, but he and I communicate. He talks to me. He's like, "How you doing? Have you heard anything from Holly? And do you know where your daughter is?" I'm like, "I have no idea." He says, "Well, do you have her? So you could track her by social." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have it. I mean, I don't." She has everything. She has my birth certificate, my original Social Security card. I have my copy. Divorce decree from my first marriage, all my tax records and everything. So she even has my old wedding band. So yeah, she's got it all. Christy, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you so much. Have you ever seen fake homeless people trying to get money? Um, Not trying to get money. There are. Here's the weird thing that my friends and I have encountered. Millennials, young people nowadays, some young people, some young adults actually go to homeless communities. We've encountered this, and I've encountered this, and they'll spend a weird. They'll spend time with homeless people just to party. I know of one particular young lady who is. I thought she was homeless, and I kind of took her under my wing and tried to watch out for her. She's all about 23, turning 24 here soon, I believe. And she's not homeless. I met her family. I met her father, her mother. I've gone over there for dinner, barbecues, and stuff like that. She's not homeless, but she chooses to take to drinking. And she would rather be drunk and being out here than not being drunk. This because of the alcohol. And I know I've seen some of those YouTube videos where people are like faking it. They follow them back and they're driving like a Mercedes Benz. Yeah, I've never encountered that. But no. I hope I don't. I hope I don't. That's messed up. This is not a game. This situation is not a game. Don't have a home, let alone you coming out here and pretending so you can get money. That doesn't make sense. It angers us. It really does. It's not a joke. Yeah. They call these people blindside. Yeah, yeah. A friend of mine, he would actually do really well when he was when he was homeless. He's not homeless anymore. He went back east and got good with his family. He's working. He's got a job. He's got a fantastic job. And every now and then we talk to each other. He's doing great. Actually, when things were looking grim, he was saying, "Well, if things don't change," and that was before I got the job. So if things don't change, maybe you should move out here for a while until you get on your feet. But, luckily enough, I got the job, and short-lived as it was, I'll get it. It's cool. Nothing. We need more women are always looked for. And at first, there's the banner again. Connection. It's hard. If you have a relationship, stay away from California. You will lose your tail if you're male. But it is what it is, right? What's your opinion? Okay, you're gonna have to help me, Glenn. What's ASMR? ASMR? Asking. I look like a Latin gangster. I used to shave my head, and then I'd let it grow maybe a quarter of an inch. When my ex-wife, when we met in Las Vegas, and we were both working at Starbucks. So when I would go and meet her after work, I had these dark glasses to wrap around, you know, like the gargoyle glasses and stuff like that. And I'd say, "Hey, it's Holly here." Now she's almost done. Everybody looked freaked out. And then one day, she said, "You know, everybody thinks you're a gangster." What? She's like, "Yeah, it's just the way you look, and you know, you look so intimidating." I was laughing. I've been told that many times that I do until I open my mouth and I start speaking. It's like, whoa, okay, he's not. He's not. I don't have a Latin accent. Very, I'm a white boy at heart, I guess. I don't know. My mom didn't want me to have anything to do with the Cholo community. She was always afraid that I was going to turn into a thug, a gangster. So she chose, the city that she chose was El Segundo. So I was brought up properly, respectfully. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Very cordial. My mom brought me up right. She did right. Help California. Do I think Arnold Schwarzenegger helped California? Yeah, slightly. Definitely more than Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown keeps being voted into office, and time again, he fails this great state of California. Yeah, I think Arnold did a little bit better job than 2-3 times now that Brown's been in office. So yeah. It's not about alcohol or drugs, it's about emotions. When people are depressed or disappointed with someone or something in their life, they get into addictions because, that's true. It's because it's their way of coping. So they have no other way of coping. So alcohol and drugs, yeah, that's their way of coping. Charlie, coming from a young watcher, how was life in the 90s compared to now? For me, honestly, I love the 70s better than now. I mean, life was easier. Getting into the 80s, life was starting to change quite a bit when we hit the 80s and AIDS broke out. Life was pretty scary. It changed certainly the course of my style, at least out here on the West Coast. Compared to now times, if someone told me that I could hit a reset button and they would pay me $1 million, and start out being 21, 2018, I wouldn't take the money. You couldn't pay me to be young nowadays. I feel sorry for young people nowadays. Young people don't have any direction nowadays. And to me, I think that's great in part by parents. Parents are afraid of parents are fearful of their own children, and that's sad to say in America when your child can turn around and sue you for like, oh, they spanked me. Where did that come out of? I mean, and that's young people nowadays. Have you seen how they treat their teachers? I mean, I saw a video where this one teacher took this young man's cell phone because he was talking, and this kid, he was all about 16, 17, even though he looked like he was 25, beat up his teacher. He beat up his teacher, knocked him over in the chair, grabbed the cell phone back, and he says, "Take that, bitch." That's awful. You couldn't. Life now today is too hard. Mukbang, I know. You know, I kind of I like watching the other YouTubers, especially when doing mukbang. It's kind of funny, but yeah. I always say that, you know, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like these videos in the short-lived series that I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. I admittedly, I want to change when I do get out of the situation. I'd like to focus on travel and food and stuff like that. You know, I want to go a different way. So, and right now I'm trying to lobby to get another channel under my name because it's got all my work, it's got all my videos. I started this channel for the nonprofit, and I used to kind of have videos. I want that. Please do not subscribe, but check out all my work, and that's don't help him out because he's a snake oil salesman, and I do not like to speak ill about people. But he's not who he comes off to be. He's a charlatan. What year did things start? At least around getting the connection unstable again. The stream was just no. I just got the banner. There it goes. It disappeared. Yeah, I know. Like I said, the more people come in, the signal keeps getting stuck. So, we didn't realize where we were headed. The introduction of the internet. I think, if anything, technology and the internet. It's great and all, but we've become very despondent, very disassociated with one another. More and more stores are closing because of people are choosing to shop online. So a brick and mortar store or a brick and mortar restaurant is disappearing because it costs too much. Henceforth, like I've talked about, reported about all the businesses failing here in Pasadena because of Grubhub, Uber Eats. It's easier. I mean, even McDonald's. It's easier to call them Grubhub to go have McDonald's. You know, picked up McDonald's and stuff like that. So we're killing ourselves. Our social life is we're not connecting with one another anymore like we used to. I mean, heck, when I was a kid, we could stay out until like 11 o'clock until our parents yelled out, "All right, Tommy, it's time to get in." And we were safe. Our parents weren't fearful of us getting kidnapped or a drive-by shooting or being mowed down by some angry person. But nowadays, yeah, I think it's technology. I mean, it's all great. I mean, I've shown you Mr. Flippy, right? Did you guys like Mr. Flippy? He's just down the street over here. But that's taking humanity out of our lifestyle. We just had a McDonald's not too long ago over here on North Lake Avenue. Um, they were closed for a while. They were remodeling, and I already knew what to expect. So they just opened up Tuesday of last week, I want to say. And I went in there, like 6 cashier lines. They have 2 cashier terminals, POS, point of sales, with 1 cashier, and they have the 2 electronic kiosks where you can, instead of going to a person, you can just order and swipe your credit card, your debit card, or whatever, and take a number and sit down and they'll bring your food to us. So we are definitely in Jetson's lifestyle. So, I remember I used to love to, I remember, communicating with people miles and miles across the world or the country, and you ended up writing a letter. That's how you communicate with people. Now it's electronic, and this, we're killing ourselves. Yeah. I do not know what WWE is. Tell me. I didn't even know what NIMBA was when Mark asked me. He goes, "Charlie, how do you feel about NIMBA?" I was like, "What's NIMBA?" NIMBA is in my backyard. Communities want. They say they have no problem with housing and stuff like that, but it's not in my backyard. Yeah, we have no problem with housing, but not here, not this community. Take it somewhere else. Whatever. Are you keeping in touch with Manda? No. I'm very happy for her. She, honestly, where she was homeless, living in a tent under the bridge was actually a lot better than here, living in the city, because definitely cannot have a tent. If you do, you have to go down the Arroyo Parkway, up the Pasadena Freeway, and you see, as you're driving down, you see the encampments and stuff like that. Some of the Arroyo parks, you see mobile homes. It's becoming more predominant nowadays, more and more predominant. Like I said here, I've reported Pasadena. When I came out here, out on the streets, it's out of control. And more homeless people come to Pasadena and expecting things, and whatever services that there are, they're screwing it up. They're bringing their lifestyle wherever they were, especially from Skid Row, and leaving a mess, urinating, defecating. I mean, it's just, it makes things harder for those of us that are struggling and trying to get out of the situation. But I don't see any relief in homelessness ever being alleviated. Maybe less than 3-4%, but it's not going to get any better. And this is the homelessness is the new. It's the new racism. It's not color. It's a battle of economics, and I think in this country we are going to be due for an economic civil war per se, if you can understand that, because you know how, like, in the time of kings and lordships, peasants would uprise against kings and stuff like that, lords, because it was, they're rich, and kings and royalty would give their subjects food once in a while, just like the Romans did with Caesar and all that. When they would have events in the Colosseum, they would throw out food to the audience. And that was their way of humbling themselves. So, yeah. I'll model underwear for real. You know what? Here's a funny thing. when I went to church in the park, I'm gonna probably do that today. When I went to church in the park last week, and I hadn't been there in a long time. I stopped going to the public meetings like that because I didn't like. Sometimes fights break out. It's like, no, I was here first, so that's my spot, or stupid things. So I stopped going, and I went there last Sunday. Now I'm going to go this morning so I can bring back some food for my friends. But as I was walking and leaving, there was this young man I hadn't seen in a while. He's like, Charlie, hey. Hey, I'm like, oh, and I recognized him. And we're talking and kind of catching up, and it's like, where have you been? And I told him I was gone for a while. I was homeless for a few months. He's like, hey, you still into photography? I go, yeah, and now I'm actually doing videography. He's like, really? Yeah, I got my camera. Sometimes I vlog with this, but it's too heavy. I'd like to get a GoPro 5, something smaller. And he's like, hey, man, this is so funny. You want to make some money? I go, what do you mean make some money? I know these girls, they'll pay anything. They want to do porn. They need. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. No. I told him no. But I was laughing at when he said that, I'm like, yeah, they'll pay anything, I'm like, yeah, no, my life's going in a too good of a direction to do something stupid like that. Maybe when I was younger, yeah. And I told him, yeah, I appreciate it, but no. He's like, all right. Well, because he skates and he's a skater. He says, but I do need someone to do photos and videos for skating. I go, yeah, I'll do that. I won't charge you for that. As long as I can get the credits and everything on the YouTube channel, yeah, I'll do that. But something seedy like that, no. Like I said, maybe in my younger days, yeah. You're from Europe. Always just yeah. Homelessness in Europe, in the UK, especially in Manchester. I've seen videos and photos that some of the buildings, they put up spikes so people can't lay down, especially under freeways and bridges. So homeless people can't sleep down there. Kind of like in some places where you see the little spikes to keep pigeons away from pooping all over the place. They're implementing that more and more, especially here in this country, to keep homelessness away. I don't know, wherever you may be, if you look at the bus stops, bus benches are designed with maybe a hump so homeless people can't sleep on bus benches anymore. So dehumanizing. Planet Fitness, yeah, I know. I was thinking about doing Planet Fitness. It's what, a one-time fee of like $16 for our fitness. I had a friend of mine who passed away a year ago. He was doing 24-hour fitness, but he only did it for a little while because it was too expensive. But yeah, I was thinking about doing Planet 1%. I think Mark is headed to Europe this week. He's a very, very busy man. Did I mention he got a Silver Play Button Award? He put a photograph in. The man got the Silver Play Button Award. That is so cool. I mean, for him to do that, what he does, how many subs he's got, that is so cool. I'm so happy for him. And what he's doing, I mean, he's beyond the stars. He's hitting the cosmos for certain. I'm happy. I don't think I could ever get that big. But, What do I do for what, Jan? Dated like female man. You know what's funny? Um, Hispanic women aren't attracted to me. And I say this because they'll look at me, and until I start talking to them, and I don't talk like all Chicano style, like, orale, you know, hey, baby, what's up, man, girl? Oh, yeah, you fine. Oh, orale, you know, check you out, man. You want to go out for something, you know? Because I don't speak like that. I'm a white boy. They want more of the gangster thuggish. So I've only dated one Hispanic girl, but yeah, she was looking for something that she wanted the bad boy type of Latino. So yeah, always blonde, blue eyed. Yeah, um, honestly, I'm blonde, blue eyed BBW. That's my attraction. That's my taste. That's more forte, my forte. Blonde, blue eyed BBW. So yeah, that was my last girlfriend when I was in the Antelope Valley. So that's my taste. You tried to steal from? Have I tried to steal from the grocery store? Sadly, admittedly, yes. There were times when I didn't have a penny to my name, and unfortunately, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, I've shoplifted. Like I said, being out here is just it. When you're homeless, it it's a test of your integrity in life. Like I said, you end up doing things that you never thought you would ever do in your life, i.e., drugs, alcohol, thievery, prostitution, especially for women. I've seen so sad. You know, being out here, women lose hope very, very quickly. Um, and the opportunity of doing favors and selling their body is it's terrible. If you can do if you can be without doing that, if you're a female, you are lucky and you have a strong will. But I've seen stories that I've been told personally by females. It's sad. It's terrible. Homelessness is harder on women than it is in men. Um, they they'll get raped. They'll be forced into doing things that they can't have no control. They're threatened physically. They're beaten. It's awful out here. Being discriminated in Chicago. Ooh, Chicago. Ooh. I used to live in Wisconsin, in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and went down to Chicago one time. That was 2000. Yeah, 2000. Shortly after I got my job out there with Warzala. And back then it didn't look so bad. But now Chicago is just wow, it's terrible. It's hard out there. Maybe Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis. I had a Sega Genesis. It's funny. I was into gaming actually. I almost got into professional gaming in 2001. So yeah, I love. My only gaming now is Android. So thank you, Neptune. Thank you. Um, I'm a Pisces. I could be your best friend and your ally, but because of given my nature, once I'm crossed, you'll never hear from me again. I won't help you anymore. For me, that's why I don't know. I was emailed a question. Do you think you would ever reconcile with your wife? What what I went through and what I'm currently going through is just we've had our moment in the sun per se. So look back only on the good times. I don't like to think about the bad times. So. And I don't speak ill of the women in my life, my children. It's not gonna. I want people to relation. What's it doing for you? Is it make you feel better? Now you're angry again. So now where are you going? So, yeah, no. What if your channel blows up and you gain thousands of followers? If that happened, would you look into expanding your content? Um, I was asked that actually by a friend of mine. I was asked that actually by a friend of mine. What happens if you go so viral, that you get one of those things, and he meant like a silver play button like Mark did. I'm not gonna give up on the homeless community. Um, I'll use my money and my fame or whatever to only help. No, I'm not gonna give up on this. This is calling. So and helping the pastor, doing what he was doing, no regrets there. But I fed, in 2 years, a little over 2 years, I fed thousands of people during the major holidays. And when he got up with the church, then it became a weekly thing. And, we were doing feedings, lunch feedings at the church to see the same people, every week. And it was great. I'll never turn my back on homelessness. I think it's, no, I know it's my calm. That's why I'm so passionate doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, it's frustrating though, because homeless people have a tendency to fight each other. So it's a lot of backstabbing. Doesn't make me mad. Yeah. Chicano, I get, the Chicano, that was back in the 70s. It's funny because by census, ethnic background, Hispanic, and then it goes to race, Caucasian, black, is what I am classified as. Yeah. Reminds me of from Cheech and Chong, really? Orale, man, look like Led Zeppelin. It's funny. You guys are so great. You're awesome. Positive attitude. No, I can't be negative. My friends certainly don't like negativity. I don't like negativity. So what you see here is, if you were to meet me in person, is pretty much that. I don't like to live with myself when I'm down and depressed. So. Backstabbing. The one thing, being homeless people. That's why I was beat up, over a year ago, in January last year. Envy, pure envy. If they see you with the number one item here in Pasadena is, if you have a bicycle, it's going to get stolen. One item stolen, and that's in the homeless community. So whenever you see videos of encampments and someone has there's one guy that had like over 500 bicycles, and bicycles are a commodity. It's a way of transportation. I've been told and suggested I should get a bicycle. I don't want to spend $300 on a bicycle and only to come out from the library and find it gone. The change is there. And I don't care what kind of lock you have, they always find a way to break your lock. So, and public transportation is so expensive out here. About the most cheapest one is the Arts Pasadena bus at 75 cents. The Foothill Transit is $1.25, and the Metro is $1.75, with probably an increase slated during the summertime, maybe later this year. We're due for another price hike. But I get one of those. Honestly, I'd rather have a boosted board, electric skateboard. Those hoverboards, nah, I'd rather have a boosted board. That's way out of my price range. $1,500 for a booster board. But I have actually, and I took my friend's advice, said you should try to see if they can't sponsor you, or maybe they'll do something like Casey Neistat and stuff like that. I actually wrote them. Oh, I'd love to, but I am. So I tried to. Did I mention I tried to folks that I applied for Casey Neistat? I think I did. Last week he was saying that he was hiring for a gaming expert on 368, his other channel. And I told him, look, I'm not a gaming situation, but I am good at blogging and doing what I do and trying to get into interviewing people. So if there's ever a possibility, yeah, I'll move to New York and work for Casey Neistat. Certainly the money would be great. That's the only other place that I'd probably maybe go. Well, the 99-cent store, usually where I get my food. Once in a while, if I'm feeling a little sassy, I'll go to the supermarket, i.e. Vons or Ralph's or Baja Ranch. You know, the other day I ended up feeling a little sassy, and I love sushi, so I bought a whole bunch of food and ended up spending like $35 in one day, but that lasted me like a couple of days. My main thing, I wanted to get sushi, and I'm like, oh. But for the most part, the cheap, you know, canned soup, ramen soup, fruits, bananas. I love bananas, oranges. I'll go up, sometimes I'll get up early in the morning and go to the supermarket, and I'll look for the markdowns, you know, the markdowns that are close to expire, and that's where I usually go. Yeah, no, I'm happy to have food stamps. Trust me, EBT and GR, that helps certainly. As little as it is, it's not much. It's about less than $400 a month. So I know how to be frugal. My mom taught me, and my cousin taught me how to balance checkbook and keep a budget. So yeah, I implement that in my lifestyle, even more so nowadays. So, you know. Oh. Okay. Bottom of the cup. All right, my friends. I think I'm going to end it here because I'm going to go to church in the park, at Central Park, for breakfast and bring back some food for my friends. And that's at 9, so I have to hustle. It's 8:11 now. You gotta be wise and not to buy stuff you don't need, like candy. Yeah, I know. I'm not really much into soda pop. I drink a lot of Powerade or Gatorade because I have a magnesium deficiency, as I was told. I get a lot of cramps in my legs, and I become very malnourished out here. So I had to take I got prescription vitamins, and I take folic acid. I'm becoming anemic 3 times already being out here. It's just all we're left with is packaged food or fast food, and that's not a healthy lifestyle. I mean, I'd rather go to my refrigerator and prepare a meal than to go buy something off the shelf or in the McDonald's or Burger King or something. So yeah, it's tough out here, and I'm going to do a video on try to talk about what to do if you're homeless, stuff like that. Best way to get resources and what to do, what not to do. So I'm still trying to work on a format on how to do that. So look for that soon. We need a little can. Gummy bears are my weakness. Gummy bears. Not the American ones. American ones are chewy like Swedish fish. I like the European ones that are hard. That's gummy bears are my weakness. So wave a bag of gummy bears and I'm all over you. Like, give me that. You can bait and hook me with gummy bears. Yeah, that would be a good video. Like I said, I'm still trying to think of a way to do it. So, and I'm gonna try to maybe do a series on that. Because I know I have a couple of people that are homeless and they're watching me and stuff. So, especially for a first timer, could be the first 24 hours is going to be the most scariest time of your life. The daytime and not during the nighttime because it's frightening. It's fuck. It's scary out here. You know, sorry for cursing, but this is a bitch. You know, this is really, really, really bad out here. Try not to let society get your spirit down. If you want to, you can make it happen. I mean, but don't get a shopping cart. That means you're going to be a career homeless. I've seen so many people out issues. If I hadn't sought to get my psychiatrist and my psychologist and get on my medication, I'd be a bumbling, babbling fool and talking to myself and yelling at the world. And that's for me. That was like the first thing I needed to do was get my mental health in order because I did not want to go to the wayside. I want to get the hell off the streets and indoors. You know, I want my life back. I want to be able to reconnect with my children, have a home, have a cat. Not so much as a physicality or relationship to me. It's the communication. You know, at the end of the day, especially when you're laying in bed and you're arm in arm or you're spooning the physicality of the relationship, miss that communication. Life and everyday and current events, you know, it's not the same with a guy talking about politics and stuff like that, but I miss having a woman's perspective. So, yeah. I need all the food I can get. 105? Ooh. Yeah, that's 5'6". Okay, now you need candy. You need the calories. You need the calories. But do it smartly. Candy's just give you the empty calories. Eat a lot of fruits. Maybe, not even bread. Yeah, nasty. Yeah, you need to eat, bro. Lots of buffering. Okay, Jan. Yeah, I know. You know what? With that being said, empty coffee. My time is expiring here to get to the park, so I am going to leave you folks. I don't even have time to upload yesterday's video. I'm going to do it this afternoon. Plus do another vlog. So with this and 2 more videos coming this afternoon, I'm being busier and busier. But I'm happy. I'm happy that I could do this for you folks. And you guys are, any suggestions, keep those comments. So with that being said, trust one another, kind to each other, help each other. Do something, you know, it's a beautiful day here. Wherever you are, hopefully the weather's fantastic. Do something nice. You know, not necessarily to another homeless person, but do something, open the door for someone. If you have family, give them a call. Say, you know what, how you'd blow them out of the water. It's like, why did he call? You'd be surprised. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants and slide on that freaking ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. For those of you later on after the live stream, short-lived series of what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the icon. Please tell your friends and family. And seriously, my friends, you and I both can make a difference. Let's make that change, okay? Maybe we'll do something, maybe we won't, but it can't hurt to try, right? So please tell people about me. You know, if you're another YouTuber, help me out. I'll help you. But we can do something, all right? All right, my friends, I love you all. please have a great day, and look for the 2 other videos this afternoon. Okay, take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. I got to go back to the GR office and go check on that letter tomorrow. So I'll keep you folks posted on that progress. And I have that meeting for housing on that progress. And I have that meeting for housing tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Oh my gosh. My plate is full this week, but it's best to stay busy. All right, my friends, I love you. I will see you later and tomorrow, okay? Love you all. Bye.